Hey folks, Liam Burt here. Just wanted to make this quick video to show you the real-time communication application that I've built out and that I'm offering as infrastructure as code. So that basically means that I'm going to be giving you the code. I built mine out on AWS just because of how massive their network is and how many servers and partners they have all around the world. It makes it really easy to, at the click of a few buttons, be able to send an application all over the planet. So all that to say, I did briefly show you this in the past video, but I didn't really go into too much depth. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Um, Apart from the whiteboard, which is just a great tool to have when you need to pull something up and you can, loop in images and whatnot to this whiteboard and be able to collaborate, in real time with colleagues. There's a number of different features that this RTC app has, real-time communication. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen actually and just show you what that looks like. So here we are at the login board, and I'm just going to click login. So all of that to say, this does stream, through to YouTube. So you can get a YouTube URL. Let me hide this. You can get a YouTube URL, and it just plugs right in. You just click share YouTube, and boom, you plug in the URL, and then you can go live. With that said, as I mentioned before, the reason that I built this out is because I needed to communicate with the team internally really quickly. I mean, all of the other tools in terms of developing these screen sharings and having these types of meetings and whatnot and demos are great. But for me, for intercoms and to have the ability to do these things quickly, I was just looking for a solution. So I just decided to build one and then offer it to you for as infrastructure as code. So what that looks like is this dashboard. So you can have any number of rooms. And the way that I envision companies using this is by just breaking up each room to each department. And then from here, you have the organizer URL, and you can just open that up in a new tab, the visitor URL. And once you have these URLs, then just like we're in right now, you just pop right into a meeting. Now, since I'm the one that's actually putting these rooms together, if I wanted to, I can show you. I'll click on settings here, go to home, and then just lock this room by way of a password. I'm going to unlock this so I can't remember what that password was exactly. But all that to say, as you can see, now you're up and running and you're able to collaborate really quickly. I disabled the setting to have it, it's the same Chrome browser right now, which is why it won't share the video twice. But all that to say, that's how I envision this. Now, you don't have to do a room either. You could literally just click this button, start a new video, and it's that quick. You just click on settings, you go to the share button, you copy the URL with that, and then you send it to whomever you're looking to share this meeting with. So yeah, I mean, that's really one of the main reasons was, I guess, speed to be able to spin this up. As you can see, the settings were different for the immediate share this video versus the room link, whereas the immediate one, it will double share your video, I suppose. But all that to say, it's infrastructure as code. I'm listing this at 4,995. If you want to have any more custom integrations with this, by all means, you're able to do so. But the reason that I'm listing it, it's such an inexpensive investment, is because I think that everyone needs to have an affordable solution to own their own communication. If that is taken from your business, that's a significant part of your operating conditions, is your ability to communicate, and especially now, with everything that came along with COVID and all this remote work, to have the ability to just quickly spin something up, be able to send a link over and be able to communicate is absolutely critical. So all that to say, I do view clients more as partners, and I always have. I think this is going to be particularly valuable for those in the event space. But all of that to say, that it is infrastructure as code. So any types of custom development that you'd like past this, it would be up to you to bring on an engineer. Now, I do have an ad network of 34 million engineers, a partner that has access to over 300 agencies down in Latin America, which is amazing. So they can help onboard engineers at a remarkably affordable rate as well. The last thing that I wanted to go over was cloud implementation costs by KPMG. They went over what is effectively what you can consider an intangible asset. Since I wrote all of this from scratch, and it's all code that I'm going to be giving you, at least on the server side, I mean from scratch, there's over 2,500 lines of code just to get it up and running, which you're going to have as plug and play. All that to say, it is technically an intangible asset because I built it. And that means that I can take this and move it from AWS to Google, or move it from AWS to Azure, and you will be able to as well because it's on what's called a Linux server. I don't expect you to know what that is, nor will you have to, because I will help you get this MVP up and running. I consider it an MVP. All that to say, you're either going to invest that in taxes, or you are going to build yourself an asset, and it's really up to you. And when I build these different products, that's really what the goal is, to try and find this intersection of what's valuable for both the businesses, and then as well as what's going to be valuable for the government. Consequently, what will be beneficial for the government, because it is really important that we own our own communication networks. Right now, it doesn't very much feel like we do. So all that to say, that's what I got for you. Another area that I see this being valuable, and I'll just show you this right now, is for a couple of other plugins that I built on WooCommerce. And I built them on WooCommerce and didn't go fully custom with that, for the simple fact that I was going after utility. How useful would this be, and how quickly can you get it up? And these plugins are $5.97 is what I'm listing them at. Again, it's to give people a means of production, and it's to give people an affordable way to participate in e-commerce. These ones are actually drop shipping plugins. I can't go into the back end and show you what that looks like because all my keys are there. But all that to say, once you have it set up, which it's another plug and play type of scenario with the code, you'll be able to pull products from Amazon and eBay, even if you don't own them, directly into your website. And this is called drop shipping. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it, and I'll leave that up to you. But I also see this remarkably valuable from a B2B standpoint. If you have channel partners and you already have an eBay store, you already have an Amazon store, and you want to extend this to other people, being able to just take a plugin, insert it into the plugins directory in your WordPress and WooCommerce dashboard, and then just automatically have these products in these categories post, is remarkably powerful. So that's what I have for you right now. I guess I'll dig a little bit more into the product, but this particular theme that I'm using is mine for my website, which is not an e-commerce driven website. I just put this up here so I could show you a quick demo of it. But all that to say, it looks pretty clean. So, I'm fairly satisfied with this result. And the whole idea is to, get people in a position, get your business in a position where you control your own communication and you have the ability to participate in e-commerce. So if this looks interesting, just let me know. All right. Thanks, folks. Take care.